A great horse at full rack, going as fast as he can, that's about it in terms of excitement and joy as a horseman.
Showing horses and ponies is incredibly exciting because of the fact of there's nothing better than the thrill of the ride or the drive.
More than any other athletic activity out there, and you see all the different Olympic sports and kids are into soccer and baseball and all these things, there's nothing where you bond with an animal like you do when you're showing a horse, and that's a very special thing. Most families are running little Becky to ballet, and then they're taking Tommy to soccer, and then maybe the parents are playing tennis in the afternoon. This is that thing where you can kind of still have that family time together.
I have a lot of friends that have been involved. We've been involved since we were young kids and grown friendships and love the animal side of it, and we'll be involved for many years to come.
Well, I think I would have died 20 years ago if it wasn't for the horses. So they've given me this amount of time, and I expect to have another 20 years.
The horse for me, when you're a busy person, especially when you live a hectic lifestyle, and I live in New York and LA, for me it is that, that time where I can just think about riding and just take my mind off of absolutely everything. And for me, it's cheaper than a psychiatrist and more fun.
I absolutely consider myself to be involved in the business, the industries for many years to come.
I will continue to ride and drive horses as long as I can live.
My favorite part of competing with saddlebreds and Hackney ponies is probably initially just the love of the animal. To me, the best part of showing is the relationship I have with my horse or my pony, and from there it's just the thrill of being in the ring and competing.
I enjoy showing them because the exhilaration from the horses, and you can feel their powerfulness under you.
Saddlebreds and Hackney ponies have given me an amazing social life, friends that I feel like I'll have for the rest of my life. I've been competing against a lot of people for years now. I'm traveling to Africa on the invitational team. Those will be my friends for life. Those are amazing experiences, and they're all over the country and all over the world, and it's really special.
Showing horses for me has built more friendships and just made me connections. Just the fun times that you have with all your friends and the relationships that you make with your horses and with friends, just all of a fun experience.
The American Saddlebred Association offers wonderful opportunities for the youth. The one that I really enjoy working with are the youth clubs. The type of activities that you can do with your club are promotions, community service, and fundraising. And through those activities, I feel like the youth become well-rounded people.
What programs are available for the youth through the American Hackney Horse Society is the medallion program that we participate through various shows around the country. That's an entry level, but the kids can get in on an entry level, but also compete on a higher level at Kansas City. And those youth medallion classes qualify you for the medallion finals at Kansas City.
If I were to explain to a friend of mine why I compete, why I show, why I do this, it would be, it's invaluable. The discipline it taught me as a young woman throughout school, throughout high school, throughout college, paired with all of the relationships that I've built and formed, paired with the amazing, just the relationship between me and the horses, and learning, when you're grooming, when you're tacking, when you're working in the barn, it's not just the competing.
so much going on in a hazard. The speed, the accuracy, the precision. I mean, when we're going at a flat-out gallop through a hazard, the horse has to be paying attention to what I'm saying. He can't second guess me. He has to be really cued to, okay, you're telling me to go right there, and there might be two options that are only 6 inches apart, and he has to say, oh, you're telling me to go to the right of that post, not to the left. So what I find is that really the saddlebreds do have the mind to do pretty much whatever you ask them. You just have to explain, this is what we're doing now. And then they say, okay, I can do that. And how do you want me to do it? And then they do it. So if you take them in the show ring and say, okay, I want your ears up and your eyes rolling back and really, looking like you're on fire, they can do that. And then when you say, okay, now I want you to relax and stretch down and do that, they can do that. And then when you say, okay, now I want you to gallop full speed through the hazards, he was having fun. He just, his ears were up and he was just, rolling along having a great time.
What makes a hackney useful in other disciplines outside the show ring is the fact that it's a purebred horse that can do just about any job and can do it well in respects to it's a horse that has a conformation that's capable of being ridden under saddle, driven. It can pull carriages. It can be used for an abundance of jobs, and it's the aristocrat of the show ring and of the show horse world in respects to its natural ability to lift its legs and hold its head in the air to allow that. So it's a great breed to do just about anything with.
In my middle teens, I started driving, and it was fun. It was exciting. When you get 4 ponies galloping through a water hazard and water's flying everywhere, and you're grabbing reins and making turns, and it's a big adrenaline rush. I started with the hackneys because I had one, and I thought, there's a lot of hackneys that haven't maybe made it in the show ring that are still powerful, athletic animals that could do other things. And so I started doing combined driving with them, and I've had a lot of fun. And they're still great movers, so that's sort of an easy thing.
So today, for the hackney horse, you'd see them shown under saddle. You would see them shown primarily in the show horse ring with the Viceroy. You see them shown in two different divisions of horse and pony, and then the pony splits into 2 different sizes. We also see them shown as roadster ponies. We see them shown as pleasure ponies. And these are all at breed shows. We see them ridden under saddle for pleasure. We see them used in the carriage driving world. We see them used in singles, pairs, tandems, 4-in-hands, all kinds of different multiples of turnouts with all kinds of different carriages, from the most formal to the most informal. So the hackney horse, beautiful big gelding, 11 years old, shown really outside the normal hackney that we see in the show ring. Today was shown in hunt seat attire, and really nice big moving horse to show the versatility of the breed and what the breed is capable of. What's really interesting is the conformation of that horse in the frame that he was in. Fits in for any type of riding, and it's nice to see a hackney do something that we normally don't see.
The horses mean so much to my children, and when I think back, when we first started, all I knew of horses was, trail horses. And sometimes you look at them and they have kind of blank stares on their face, and I just think, that's fine. I'm sure they have a heart and a soul, but I just don't see it. But when my first visit to take my daughter to ride an American Saddlebred, and she walked in the stall and he just wrapped his neck around her, and he just nickered and whinnied, and I thought, God, what is this horse? It's almost like a dog.
What excites me about the American Saddlebred is his heart, his intelligence, his spirit. his ability to do whatever is asked of him. And at the same time, this is a very elegant horse. His profile is unmistakable. When you see his profile from a distance, it stands out. That is an American saddlebred. The neck being very high set on his shoulders, the beautiful curve of his neck, very deep, wide chest that allows for his big heart, very strong back, strong hindquarters, which gives him the athletic ability to do everything that we ask of this horse.
Well, the amazing part about it is that once you see these kids showing in hands, and they're, you know, these kids are like 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and then as time goes by, pretty soon you see them driving ponies in the show ring. Pretty soon they own 3 or 4 ponies, and then you see their moms and their dads driving harness ponies or cobtails or row ponies. So it's a progression. It seems like once they get in, they're hooked.
As a parent, I mean, I'm not even the one that's involved with the horse, but I love to pet them and be with them and brush them and everything, and I just think that that's what they love about it, is that they feel the heart of the horse.
Why I would recommend a family to get involved with the Hackney Pony, because it's a lifetime affair, and it's a relationship between the family and the pony that never dies.
The horse is so versatile and can do so many different things. Whether you're interested in competing in a show ring, the horse is able to be ridden. He's a great driving horse, but also he can be ridden out on the trail. He's not afraid of anything, and he'll do whatever you ask him to do.